Wanted to take a moment to update you on a new rule change we'll have for this weekend coming into Iowa.
10 days. That is all it took. 10 days between the moment NASCAR fans lost their patience and the moment NASCAR did something about it. No committee, no waiting for the offseason, no press conference full of careful words. Just a video posted on a Thursday afternoon that quietly rewrote how every race will end its stages for the rest of the year. And the strangest part? The people who forced this change were not owners, not drivers, not television partners. They were you. Let us go back to Indianapolis. The Brickyard 400 was supposed to be one of the biggest races of the season. Corey Heim won it. 15th career Cup start. Second career win. That should have been the story everybody talked about all week. It was not. Instead, fans talked about the yellow flag. In both stages at Indianapolis, the caution came out with fewer than 5 laps left. Stage 1 turned into a 1-lap shootout. Stage 2 simply ended under caution. One caution period stretched out for around half an hour. Think about what that looked like on your screen. Cars circling. Nothing happening. Then a quick restart. Then the scheduled stage break caution comes right behind it. More circling, more nothing, back-to-back cautions, green flag racing sitting somewhere in the middle, squeezed down to almost nothing, and Indianapolis made it worse than most places. It is a 2.5-mile track. Every single caution lap takes forever. A short track can clear a yellow in a couple of minutes. At Indy, the same yellow eats a huge chunk of the broadcast, so fans sat there watching a famous race turn into a parade. Twice, fans were furious. And this time, so was NASCAR. 2 days after that race, Mike Ford, NASCAR's vice president of racing communications, went on the Hauler Talk podcast and said something you do not usually hear from a sanctioning body. If NASCAR fans are angry at the length of caution periods, I can promise you that NASCAR matches that displeasure, Fordy said. He kept going. Stage breaks are a big topic of conversation. We hear it, and we see it. That was a hint. What came next was real action. On Thursday, August 6th, NASCAR CEO Steve O'Donnell posted a message to fans. He did not send out a dry press release and hide behind it. He looked into a camera and explained himself. Hey NASCAR fans, we are back from a weekend off of racing, headed to Iowa this weekend. Sold out crowd. It is going to be a great event, O'Donnell said. I wanted to take a moment to update you on a new rule change we will have for this weekend coming into Iowa. Then he named the problem directly. And it stems from what happened in Indy, where we have seen all too often a caution comes out before the stage break. We run a number of caution laps, we try and get back green, stage break comes, and we are back to caution. Long periods of caution laps, not enough green flag racing. We heard you, we want to make a change, so starting this weekend in Iowa, if a caution comes out 10 laps prior to a stage break, that is going to count as the stage break. And then the line that got clipped and shared everywhere. No more back-to-back cautions, no more elongated caution laps, more green flag racing, more action for you, the fans. So here is exactly how it works now. If a natural caution falls with 10 or fewer laps left in Stage 1 or Stage 2, that stage is over. Right then. At the moment the yellow comes out, the leader keeps going around and returns to the start-finish line. There, that driver gets the green and white checkered flag and the yellow flag at the same time. Stage over. The top 10 finishing order gets sorted using every tool NASCAR has. Scoring loops. Video replay. All available resources exactly the way it works any other time stage points are handed out. Then that same caution period becomes the stage break, teams pit. The race goes back green. 1 caution instead of 2. That is it. Stages stay. Stage points stay. Stage wins stay. The wasted laps go away. The rule covers all 3 national series and stays in place for the rest of the 2026 season. It starts Friday with the ARCA Menard Series, carries into Saturday's O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race, and lands on Sunday's Iowa Corn 350 at the 7/8 mile Iowa Speedway. Now here is what most people are missing. This does more than shorten cautions. It changes strategy. Under the old system, a caution with a handful of laps left in a stage gave drivers outside the top 10 a gamble. Pit, get fresh tires, charge back, and maybe steal a stage point or two in a short dash. That gamble is gone now. It also removes an ugly choice for the fast cars. Before, a driver running up front had to decide between chasing stage points or protecting track position. take the points and risk getting buried in traffic, or skip the points and stay up front for the win. Now that decision disappears, and the timing matters. The chase is close. Drivers already locked in do not need stage points. Drivers sitting below the cut line need every single one they can grab. Those two groups now play by a rule nobody has tested yet in the most important stretch of the season. Think about a driver hanging on by a few points. He is running 11th with 8 laps left in a stage. Under the old rule, he could pit, get tires, and try to slice into the top 10 before the stage ended. Under the new rule, the yellow flies and it is done. 11th place, 0 stage points, no second chance. That is a real swing. And in a season this tight, it could decide who makes the chase and who goes home. Some fans are already uneasy about it. The worry is simple. If a stage can be ended by a well-timed caution, could a team use a convenient spin to help a teammate lock in stage points? Nobody is accusing anyone. But plenty of people plan to watch every yellow flag very closely. For context, stages arrived in NASCAR back in 2017. In 2023, NASCAR tried removing stage break cautions on road courses to keep cars running green. It worked, fans liked it, and it still did not come back. This is the first major change to stages since then. Reaction was fast. NASCAR's John Probst summed up the goal on SiriusXM NASCAR radio. "The ultimate goal is to have more green flag racing for our fans," Probst said. Brad Keselowski needed only 4 words on social media. "Everyone liked that," he posted. "O'Donnell knows this is not a finished product. It is not going to be perfect, but we are going to learn from this and continue to innovate," he said. He also made sure fans knew where the credit belonged. "I want to thank you because you helped push this. Your passion for this sport has helped us make changes more quickly." And this fits a bigger pattern. O'Donnell took over as CEO in April. Since then, the sport has changed the chase, brought a new super speedway package to Daytona, started looking at short track fixes, and now this. He is pushing on the personality side too. Speaking on the Racin' with the Boys podcast with Will Compton and Taylor Lewan, O'Donnell said the sport needs conflict, but we need rivalries. We need villains, right? Any sport and your personalities, you need a reason to care. He even said he is fine with drivers fighting, with one condition. So where we are at is if the drivers want to handle their business. Great. When the crew guys start piling on, that is when we got a challenge. He also praised Carson Hocevar directly. "I think with Hocevar, to me, he is doing everything we would want from a driver getting out there now on track. So Iowa becomes the test. A sold-out short track, a brand new rule that nobody has raced under, and a garage full of drivers trying to figure out what it means for their chase hopes.